The self-made millionaire Steve Siebold claimed that building wealth is a skill that's easy to learn, which is fantastic news for people like you and me. People can become good at attracting money, just like they can become good at other things like learning a language or playing a game. According to the author of the book How Rich People Think, riches don't come easily, especially to the common man. It calls for tenacity, hunger, and a strong work ethic. I'll be discussing a few lessons that some self-made millionaires and billionaires feel they had to learn before accumulating their wealth in this video. But before we get deeper, if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Work on yourself. Two of the most sought-after things in the world are wisdom and knowledge. Everyone wants and aspires to have them, including billionaires, politicians, celebrities, and even your next-door neighbor. Unfortunately, wisdom and knowledge are rarely free. To get it, one frequently has to make a few sacrifices. The most important of this is developing yourself. Many people have the terrible habit of ranking themselves last when it comes to devoting time, money, and resources. They spend a lot on other people and things, but very little on themselves. However, did you know that there isn't a single investment in the entire world that is better than investing in oneself? If you want wealth and a lot of it, focus on enhancing your body, mind, and competency in terms of regular checkups and personal development. Your character, which is also referred to as your personality, is another facet of self-development. Because there isn't enough money in the world to buy you a new personality, it makes sense to work on improving the one you already have. It's a common misconception that people's positive and negative traits intensify as they become richer. Even though it is more challenging to change one's behavior after becoming wealthy, it is possible. Let's say your goal is to become a prosperous in the long run. If so, you must improve yourself to become the person who is capable of obtaining it. Number 2. Humility. You need to understand the value of humility. This one is difficult for many people to do because it requires them to suppress their desire for approval from others. But if you can master this, especially before you become wealthy, it will pay off greatly. Otherwise, you might feel the need to brag about your wealth, which is frequently perceived negatively by other people. Additionally, it will force you to spend money on things you don't want just to please others. It's intriguing because old money people claim that new money struggles with this. Number 3. Understand the impact you will have. Wealth always carries some kind of power. You will be able to help others through charitable giving and business decisions. Additionally, wealth confers significant social power. The entire world aspires to be successful like rich people and looks up to them. Thus, the decisions made by others can be significantly influenced by your behavior and speech. Learning how your actions and words affect other people is a crucial lesson to learn, even before you become wealthy. Your success will increase as you gain more understanding of it. It may enable you to have a positive influence on those around you. Number 4. Investing. Even if you have little money, learning how to invest it to increase your returns is a great skill. Understanding investments can be very beneficial as your financial capacity increases. For instance, a 10 return on significant investments can guarantee your long-term financial security. On the other hand, a lack of investment knowledge can result in a poor financial judgment that costs you the assets you've worked so hard to acquire. Number 5. Find things that make you happy. When you have a lot of money, it's simple to let your focus wander. If you do not know what makes you happy, it is easy to invest time and money in new things simply because you will suddenly have the opportunity to partake in a wider variety of experiences and activities than before. But you can spend time doing what you love if you have a basic understanding of what you like. Number 6. The importance of having the right people. It's a good idea to hang out with people you like to be around and who like being around you. No matter your financial situation, when you do this, the right people are around you. Without understanding this lesson, you risk becoming disheartened and concluding that those you consider to be friends are not. When you become wealthy, people will naturally want to hang out with you more, which can harm you who choose to spend time with. Therefore, avoiding these errors before becoming wealthy requires knowing what you want from friends and having a strong support system. Number 7. Avoid complacency. You should always strive to grow, do more, and be better. Early on, you should learn to avoid complacency, finding ways to continuously make the most of life and give yourself the necessary challenges to stay enthusiastic instead of making drastic, life-altering changes all the time is what this entails. You might be tempted to unwind once you've achieved financial success if you don't have this attitude. However, doing so will prevent you from making the most of your financial situation and might make you less happy overall. Number 8. Experiences over items. Many people focus on acquiring expensive cars, mansions, accessories, and other material possessions when they consider becoming wealthy. Studies have shown that contrary to popular belief, experiences are what make us happy. You will benefit greatly from learning this lesson as soon as possible. On the other hand, it might be difficult to get over your ego from driving a pricey car or the happiness you might feel from wearing attractive jewelry. These delicate items, however, quickly become out of date because they are not durable. On the other hand, investing in experiences will leave you with memories that you will cherish always. Number 9. Frugality. When going grocery shopping, you don't always have to be concerned about looking for coupons. However, you need to be extremely careful about your financial decisions. Those who have attained long-term wealth excel at this. They refrain from purchasing items they do not require. That money would be much better spent on investments or charitable endeavors. You can keep your wealth by developing this frugality before you become wealthy. This is even though, as I already mentioned, stuffing yourself with things will not significantly improve the quality of your life. Number 10. Have your ego in check. We are an egocentric species, and wealth tends to breed big egos in people. If you're wealthy, you might believe that you're superior to everyone else. This ego can be incredibly harmful. Even if you appear humble on the outside, acting differently depends on how you feel about yourself. You might not be open to meeting new people or even other people's ideas, for instance. Therefore, removing ego from your life will help you succeed while still evolving and picking up lessons from those around you. Number 11. You're only wealthy to the extent to which your money can work for you. Contrary to popular belief, being wealthy is not a function of having a large income. Will you be able to stand on your own 2 feet, for instance, if something terrible happens to your business? Do you have a backup plan in case you lose your job? You see, regardless of how wealthy or large your bank account is, if you lack the plan to survive unanticipated tragedies, you are not wealthy. However, if you want to keep your wealth, you must look for ways for it to grow even while you're asleep. If you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep, according to Warren Buffett, you'll work until the day you pass away. Number 12. You don't have to buy everything you want. Being able to distinguish between your wants and needs is essential for maintaining and growing your finances. Wealth brings with it many options. Before you become wealthy, you should realize that just because you want something doesn't mean you have to get it. Additionally, just because you currently have the money to buy something does not necessarily mean you can afford it. Consider the scenario where you can currently gratify your desire for a large house. In that case, it's a good idea to think about whether you'll be able to maintain it in the future. No matter how wealthy you are, prioritizing and spending on your priorities will be more profitable than on your wants. Number 13. Money is just a means to an end. The majority of people in the world share the same desire to become wealthy. If you take a look around, they strive to become wealthy throughout their entire lives. You'll be more prepared to fulfill your calling and improve your quality of life when you understand that money is merely a means to an end. Number 14. Focus on how much you save. The decision to save and invest your money is entirely up to you. Therefore, accumulating more money means building your savings as quickly as you can. When you prioritize keeping more, you subtly look for ways to cut costs and increase your income. However, you can concentrate on learning more if you find out that you have little to no control over your investment returns. This knowledge will inspire you to take actions that will hasten your path to wealth and improve your chances of maintaining it. Number 15. Having goals is necessary. A financial objective is crucial. Even when they're struggling to accumulate wealth, many people plan and set financial goals. But once they succeed in doing so, they stop doing so, which is unhealthy and could lead to them falling back into poverty. You see, regardless of how wealthy you become, you must learn that some financial principles should not be ignored. An asset you'd love to own, a savings goal, or even debts to pay off are examples of financial goals. Number 16. You can lose it all. Making money is challenging, but with the wrong choices, losing it all is relatively simple. It is exactly that way. You must be aware of this financial fact. It's challenging to acquire but very simple to lose. This is the reason wealthy people employ money managers and long-term financial planners to handle their money. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell button to get updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to like this video and drop a comment. See you next time.